Hello, so this is part two. Okay, so I'm doing a no hashtag collective reading, and I'm just trying to see if my reading kind of falls in line with the other ones that I've been getting in regard to, is somebody about to make contact? Is somebody about to come back? Now, I've done part one. I was only going to do part one, but it was a little unclear. It felt very much present, and basically, the person that you are thinking of, it seems like, excuse me, that they are. They're starting to realise that they might have cocked up. They're starting to go through a little bit of a rebirth, but they're not necessarily going to be coming forward. Not at this moment in time, anyway. So, if you've been having them up, and some of the readers are like 7 days, 2 days, tomorrow, 10 weeks, whatever, take that out of your mind, please. Take that out of your mind. You can get a rough gauge with the suits on kind of days, weeks, months, and stuff like that. I never do. It's life tarot energy doesn't work to specifics. You got to remember as well that energy in the universe does not understand time. There isn't a time does not exist for the universe, so why put time scales on it? I know people are like, oh, but I want to know when it's going to happen. Don't work like that, I'm afraid. It does not work like that. Right, so we're going to carry on. I'm going to be looking at around about 6 months, well, within the next 6 months. Okay, so I'm kind of capping it, but this could happen within the next 6 months. Okay. Okie dokie. Sorry, show my workings. Okay. Right, okay. So, first card we've got is the Knight of Swords. So, again, swords relates to the element of air. It's generally speaking about the way we think and the words we use. Knights don't have the knowledge of the kings and the queens. They're more so than the pages, but they're about forward motion. So, this knight you'll see is galloping in. Okay, because it's the way the way we think of the words we use. This could indicate, to my disdain, that they might be coming in. There might be some communication within the next 6 months. Right, now that's a long time period. Okay, this reading might not be for you. I don't believe that the no hashtag ones popping on your page because you need to hear it really work, if I'm honest with you. So please do not waste your life. If somebody else comes in the meantime and there's an attraction there and they seem like a really good person, do not wait for this other person, because remember, they've either been in some kind of third party relationship, okay, or they've buggered off and left you on your own. Okay, so just bear that in mind. Right, so I mean, this could indicate some kind of forward motion from them. Again, we're talking about what they're going to be thinking. So it doesn't mean that they're going to be doing it. They might just be thinking about taking some action, and that could completely change, turn on its head, because we've got the Tower card. Okay, we've got the Awakening card. So the Tower card, it's been struck by lightning, it's on fire, there's people jumping out the sides there. The Tower card is a fixed card, okay, so this indicates it will happen. So they are going to have some kind of awakening. Now, awakenings are tough, and it's normally when some kind of belief, some kind of structure, some kind of, I don't know, something solid in our life has to come down because it's built on shaky foundations. Now, the ultimate long term of the Tower card is positive. They can come in and sometimes be positive from the get-go, but it's rare. It's really rare. So, so they're going to go through some kind of awakening, some kind of Tower moment. We then got the Ace of Wands. So wands relate to fire. We're generally talking about taking some kind of action. Now, aces mean bringing something new in. They're not about starting something new. That's normally a 3. Okay, so it's in the reverse as well, which tells me it's being held off. It will be being held off because they've had a Tower moment. Okay, now, that said, even after they've had the Tower moment and they get in a position, it's still not telling me that they are going to come forward. It's just saying that, if that was in the upright position, I'd be saying they're probably starting to make a plan on taking some action to come forward. So let's just be clear with that. So let's continue. Okay, so we then got the Four of Pentacles. So Pentacles, again, relate to Earth, can be money and finance. In this case, we're going for non-financial wealth, what we invest in time, efforts, and energies in. So we've got the Four of Pentacles there. We've got the chap, he's holding one, still on them, stuff like that. This is the investment card of the investment suit. Okay, so this person you're thinking of is going to start investing. Now, I feel, if I'm honest with you, it's more that they're starting to invest in themselves, okay, rather than yourself, because they've not come in yet. We then got the Page of Wands. So again, we're talking about some kind of action. Now, pages are more youthful energy. They don't have the knowledge of the kings and the queens. They don't have that forward motion of the knights. They're more about giving something a go. Now, this might indicate that they might start looking at taking some kind of action. Now, they're not tied down like the king and queen. So if they do come in and they say something, it's not, if you're like, right, I don't know what happened, I need answers, you're probably still not going to get it, because they're going to be coming in a little bit timid and shy, and they're probably going to be coming in a bit uncommittal, if I'm honest with you, because like I say, pages aren't tied down to anything. Overall outcome card. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so this time it's in the upright position. Okay, so this is telling me that they're then going to go on to a bit of reflection, and they're going to start realising that the hard work that they have put in during this period, it is starting to pay off. Okay, again, it does not indicate to me that they are coming in and they are kind of reconciling with you. Okay, it may be that they are reflecting and going, you know, being proud of themselves, because like I say, they're not really committing to anything with this page here. Okay, if we go down the third party route, it could be that they leave the third party, dynamic, and then they're going to go, yes, they've got intentions potentially of coming and speaking to you, and potential of starting something up. But if it is a third party situation, they may have been with this person for a long time, and they're going to need some time on their own. And they may, during that time on their own, as they're kind of evolving, developing and stuff like that, they may change their mind on you, I'm afraid to say. Obstacles or blockages, we've got the King of Swords in the upright position. So we're talking about masculine energy here. So again, this would most likely tie in with the person that you are thinking of. Now, he's in the upright position, so he's going to be a stable ruler. Okay, he's going to be in control of his thought processes. He's going to this to me would say that the obstacle or blockages, that they're too much in their headspace. They're not connecting with their feelings, and the more that they do that, if they're the kind of person who's more about head over heart, again, it's not going to push things forward for you at all. Removing any blockages, we've got the Devil card in the reverse position. So the Devil card talks one or two things. It's either that they are in a toxic relationship and they're trying to they need to break out of it. It's either that, or have they got any kind of crutches or vices that they lean onto? Classic ones are drinking, food, sex, smoking, drugs, stuff like that. If they have, they probably will have been kind of leaning on them quite heavily for a period of time, and they need to get out of that. It could be toxic ways of living. It could be toxic thought processes or patterns. Say if they're an avoidant, that becomes a little bit toxic. So it may be that's what they need to do. They need to start breaking those cycles that are holding them back. So looking at this as a future spread, it looks like within the next 6 months they're going to want to come in and say something, and then something happens. They have an awakening. Okay, that then leads them to start investing in themselves. They may come in then as with a little pages offer just to kind of test the waters, but overall they're more interested in investing in themselves by the looks of this. Okay, so for me, I would say get on with your life. Get on with your life. If they come in, they come in. If they don't, they don't. Okay, do not waste your life waiting for this person, because there is a good chance that you'll be the trigger for them to make these changes, break away from the third party situation, whatever it is. But there's no guarantee that is then going to draw you to them once they've done their healing. Okay, so again, a bit different from the other readings. Good luck.